Hello children, and welcome to your moral science class. So today we are going to study lesson 11, that is Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, so he's also known as our father of the nation and he's one of the greatest freedom fighters we have. Okay, so let's start the chapter children. Open page number 45. Mahatma Gandhi is the father of our nation. He was a great peace-loving person, yet he was known as a great freedom fighter. So when we say freedom fighter, the image comes now, the one who is fighting at the border and all that bloodshed is going on and things like that. But no, Mahatma Gandhi was, on the contrary, he was opposite to what we have the image of a freedom fighter. He was a peace-loving person and he was a strict follower of non-violence. Okay, so he was a non-violent person and yet he fought for the country, and yes, he was one of the greatest means freedom fighters we have in our country. He struggled and fought for the independence of the country through the weapons of satyagraha and non-violence. Yes, satyagraha means he followed path of truth, means holding on to truth. He never chose any other path. He always followed satyagraha and non-violence. Okay, ahimsa. He said that his life was an experiment with truth in his biography entitled My Experiments with Truth. So he wrote a book and the name of the book was My Experiments with Truth, and in this his biography is written, everything about his life he has written in that book. Gandhi was born at Porbandar in Gujarat on October 2, 1869. He was named Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Okay, so his original name is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi and he was given the title Mahatma. And where he was born? He was born in Gujarat. When? On 2nd October 1869. Mohandas Gandhi was the third of the three boys born to Karamchand and Putlibai. He also had a sister. They belonged to the Baniya caste of Gujarat. They were Vaishnavites by religious faith. So he was there were three siblings Mahatma Gandhi had, and he was born to, the parents' name was Karamchand and the father's name was Karamchand and mother's name was Putlibai. And he also had a sister, and by caste they were Baniya, and the religious faith they had in Lord Vishnu, so they were called Vaishnavites. Okay, his father Karamchand Gandhi was the Diwan, that is Prime Minister of Porbandar, and later the Diwan of Rajkot. As per the custom of the day, Mohandas Gandhi married Kasturba, the daughter of Gobuldas Makhanji, at quite an early age of 13. So those time people used to got married at early age. So he got married at the age of 13. And he married to a lady whose name was Kasturba, and later she was known as Kasturba Gandhi. Though married, he continued his studies in Bhavnagar, but his elder brother wanted him to go to England for higher education. So this shows that how much importance they used to give to education in that period of time. So he went to England and became a barrister. Barrister means a person who practiced law, lawyer. When he returned to India, he decided to practice law in a civil court in Mumbai. So when he finished his education in law, he decided that he will be a lawyer and he will practice in Mumbai in the civil court. On the first occasion, when he was supposed to address the judge, he was afraid, but he was quite young at that age, and when time came that in reality he had to address the judge, he was very nervous, he got scared and he could not utter a word. Means he could not spoke a single word in front of judge. So he quit practicing law in India, and that made him leave the job. He said that he will not practice, at least in India. Mohandas Gandhi moved to South Africa to help a group of barristers. So he went back to South Africa and he decided that he will help the lawyers over there. While in South Africa, he experienced how cruelly Indians were treated there. So there was very ill treatment with Indians going on at that period of time. They were not respected. They were often humiliated in public by the white people who ruled South Africa. Humiliated means insulted. Always there was means discrimination between white people and the colored. Colored means people who are black, people who are browns like Indians. So the white people considered themselves as superior, and they thought that they would rule the country and all others are inferior to them. He arranged a meeting of local Indians in Pretoria and addressed the issue. So Gandhiji thought that this issue, the thing which is going on is is a very serious matter. So he thought that I will take a meeting of the local Indians over there, and we will try to oppose this thing, which is not a good thing. This was Gandhi's first public speech. He spoke against the white superiority. So it was the first time when Gandhiji actually took a public speech. We saw that how he got nervous when he had to speak in front of judge. But now the thing was different. He wanted to do something for the Indians. So he decided to take a meeting, and it was his first public speech, and the topic was for the white superiority. Why white people have such a superior place and we don't have that place. He himself had suffered indignity at the hands of a white man during attention. He himself suffered that insult, that humiliation. There was an incident when he was traveling in a train, and how he was humiliated by a white man who belonged to South Africa. A white South African citizen who got into first class compartment found him sitting there. Gandhi, a barrister, was holding a valid ticket. So he was sitting there, he had a ticket. It's not that without ticket he was traveling, but he was sharing the place with a white man. And white man thought that it is an insult to him that he is sharing the compartment with a brown man, Indian, a non-white man, you can say. The white man was angry because a colored Indian dared to travel with him. So he thought that how dare he is not supposed to sit at the same or share the same compartment where I am sitting. So he thought that he should not be allowed to sit in the same place. So he had Gandhi thrown out of the train in the middle of the night, and imagine in the middle of the night only he asked the in charge or whosoever is the supervisor there to remove Gandhiji from that place, and so he was thrown out of the train. South African law of apartheid did not permit the colored people to mix up with the white people, so they practiced law of apartheid. What is law of apartheid? It is the system of racial segregation in which the like one racial group will be deprived of the political or civil rights. So these South African people, they practice this law of apartheid in which only white people are supposed to get all the political and civil rights, and the colored people are not supposed to get these rights. It was in South Africa that Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi came upon the idea of Satyagraha. After initiating the struggle for removal of apartheid in South Africa, Gandhi returned to India in 1915. So he whatever he could do for the Indians, and he practiced Satyagraha. He preached the people over there, and after that in 1915 he thought that he would return to India. Gandhi decided that if he were to lead his fellow countrymen, because he thought that I can do more about my people. So how could I do? I have to go to India, and means if when I will know more and more about my people, then only I'll be able to serve my country. So Gandhi decided that if he were to lead his fellow countrymen towards Swaraj or self-rule, he should get to know the people of India and their problems. So he wanted Indians to get Swaraj, means self-rule. Why should be ruled by the other people? Only Indians can rule Indians. Means we should have our own prime minister or president, and why we should obey others' a rule. He set out to travel the length and breadth of India in a third-class railway compartment. Thereafter, people changed his name to Mahatma, meaning a great soul, and Bapu, meaning father. So he has given the title Mahatma Gandhi, means he's a great soul because he's working to serve his country, and Bapu because he was a fatherly figure for everyone. So he was also given the title Bapu, which means father. He lived a simple life. He practiced truth and non-violence. So Gandhiji's life was very simple, and he always followed the path of truth and non-violence. People did not at first believe that non-violence could win them freedom. People thought that the Britishers are so cruel, we are fighting so hard and we are not able to get the freedom. So how this non-violence way can, just turn them away. Britishers are so cruel, they will not pay attention to this non-violence thing. But he remained firm. But Gandhiji was very determined that no, we will get our freedom only through non-violence. On the other hand, the British rulers did not know how to deal with an enemy who preached peace, and on the other hand, Britishers were confused among themselves. The people who are fighting, who are coming in front row and fighting, what Britishers were doing, they were either hanging those Indians or they were putting them in prison and they were taking action. They were confused. What could they do against a man who is following peace, who is not doing anything? There is no law against the people who are practicing peace and they are trying to get the freedom. They had no idea how to combat a man whose only weapon was non-cooperation. So they were confused that they thought that how to take action against a man who is not doing anything, only is doing non-cooperation. That is only what he was doing. He was not cooperating with the Britishers. The major events that led to freedom of India under Gandhi were the Dandi March, the Quit India movement, the Round Table Conference, and Simon Commission Go Back. He was imprisoned many times. So many times he was put into jail. Sometimes the British put him into prison for longer periods. Fast unto death was his weapon. So the weapon which he practiced most of the time was fast unto death. That is Bhook Hartal, which we say. He used this unique weapon not only against the British but also against his own people when they strayed from the path of non-violence. So obviously he used this weapon of his, that is fast unto death, against Britishers. But not only Britishers, he also practiced this fast unto death weapon against his own people when Gandhiji used to think that my own people, Indians, were not going in the right direction. They were going aimlessly. So he practiced this against his own people. So the people had to follow whatever Gandhiji was saying. India became free on August 15, 1947. But India was divided into two nations, India and Pakistan. Thousands of poor people paid the price of that division with their lives. Communal riots, means religious fight, broke out at many places between Hindus and Muslims. There was bloodshed in Bengal and Punjab. Gandhi went on a Padyatra visiting 49 affected villages covering a distance of 116 kilometers barefoot. So after India got freedom. There was communal right in our own country, and our country got divided into India and Pakistan, and there was so much of religious fight between Hindu and Muslims were going on at that time. When at the stroke of midnight India became an independent nation, Gandhi was in the streets of Kolkata exhorting people of different communities to live in peace and harmony. Exhorting means encouraging the people, okay, to live in peace and harmony. He was saying that we should not fight, and we should live in peace and harmony, and we should let others also live in peace and harmony. Millions of Hindus and Sikhs from Pakistan sought refuge in Delhi. Means they just ran away from their place, and they were staying in the refugee camps. On September 4th, 1947, hardly 3 weeks after independence, the streets of Delhi experienced riots and bloodshed. So there was so much of communal riots going on at that time. Gandhi reached Delhi on 9th September and visited the refugee camp. So Gandhiji himself reached Delhi, and he was visiting the refugee camps, the people who have migrated from Pakistan to India and like that. There was evidence that things were going out of control, means people were just killing each other. The bloodshed was going on so much that things were out of control at that time. Gandhi undertook a fast unto death on January 13, 1948, in order that all countrymen realize the need for unity and equality of all men. So now he thought that this is the time now, nobody is listening, things are going out of control. So again I will take fast unto death, and I will be on fast until the people, my own people, would listen to me. This brought the leaders to their senses. Now the different religious leaders who were asking their people to go and kill other people, they returned to their senses. They thought, no, Gandhiji is now doing the fast, so we should stop all these things. Because everybody respected Gandhiji. Gandhiji extracted from them the promise of unity and peace. And Gandhiji said that I will break my fast only at one condition, that you all will follow peace and harmony, and you will not kill each other. He broke the fast on January 18, 1948. Then he started on January 13, and he broke his fast on January 18. On January 30th, 1948, when Gandhiji was walking from his from his room to the place of prayer in New Delhi, a fanatic named Nathuram Godse pointed a gun at him and fired. Fanatic means a person filled with excessive, zeal and single-minded zeal, basically for religious cause or political cause, that is known as fanatic. Gandhiji fell saying, "Hey Ram." The ideals and messages of Mahatma Gandhi are a sources of inspiration not only for Indians but for the whole world. So it is not only Indian people, it is for whole world that Gandhiji has set an example that we can fight for our rights through non-violence way. It's not that always you have to be violent all the time, but through non-violence also you can win the fight what you want to ask for. So this is all for this chapter, children. Mahatma Gandhi. It is a very interesting chapter, and you should read the chapter carefully, because everything regarding Mahatma Gandhi, almost everything is given in this chapter. Thank you.